Hello there, welcome to another Starfield ship review video. We got a cool one today. So this is the Blackhawk, or in my case, the Blackhawk 3. The number just denotes the level of the module, or the tier of the module. So for instance, this one has a reactor that has 31 power. If you find a Blackhawk 1, it might only have, say, 20 power. So yeah, that's the main kind of purpose behind the tier system. I think it's just so as you progress through the game, you get ships with like higher upgraded stuff. But aesthetic-wise, there's no difference in this and a 1, 2, 4, 69 if it exists. I don't think it does though. So just looking at it, it's a Nova Galactic ship. Very unique design, very cool. It looks kind of like Hope Tech had some insight on this with the kind of the I don't know, those like the Hope, they're not Hope Tech, they're Nova Galactic kind of like extension things, these little things with the holding the turrets. So yeah, it's very unique. I've seen this and I was like, what happened to Nova Galactic? Why? I don't think this is like one that was like originally manufactured by Nova Galactic back in the day. I think more than likely someone modified a Nova Galactic vessel. But anyway, we'll do a teardown at the end just to confirm what the pieces are. Let's look at the stats. So, stats-wise, it's got 400 fuel. That is that big orange container on the top. Nice bit of fuel. Can definitely go where you want with this. It's got a hull of almost 1100, which is very impressive. It's got a cargo capacity of 640, which is pretty low cargo capacity-wise. But it's not the worst. Just judging by the other stats, I'm assuming this is supposed to be a combat vessel. So it's got a B-class reactor, 31 power, which is pretty decent power. Only got a crew of 2, which is a bit of a letdown, considering it is a B-class and it looks like a combat vessel. You'd like to have a few crewmates with you. So it's got a jump range of 30 light years, which is the max jump range in the game. That is phenomenal jump range. Paired with that fuel, you could take this thing anywhere, which is very interesting because a lot of vessels that are primarily combat-based have lower jump range and lower fuel because they're trying to save on weight. Whereas this one, obviously, is like, no, we want to be able to jump into black holes and fight whatever's inside them. It's got a shields of 975, which is really good for a B-class. It's not the highest. I think the highest B-class shield you can get is around like 1200, but still, 25 off of 1000 is very good. And then it's got 3 sets of weapons, particle, ballistic, and missiles, and 78 particle, 54 ballistic, and 218 missiles. So she kitted for combat. So yeah, so I found this at the, I'll just buy it real quick and then show you. So I found it here, at the, New Atlantis. I've seen it, I've only seen it once here. I've seen it once in Sidonia, so it seems like it can kind of spawn in some of the other places. If you come here and it's not here, I would recommend fast traveling to Venus is what I've started doing. And just wait a day on Venus and then come back. Because Venus, not Venus, Mercury, I apologize. Mercury, like one day on Mercury is like 2,000 hours, so it resets. Because these ship vendors are not based on the standard like one day. But anyway, so now we've purchased the ship. Let's look at it. Very interesting design. As you can see there, it's got some cargo containers on the bottom there, which, looking at the cargo, it kind of seems like they're kind of pointless. A lot of weapons. It's got those turreted weapons. They look like railguns, potentially. Could do just another quick overview. Alright, let's go inside. So immediately we have a Nova Galactic entryway. Really like these Nova Galactic entryways. We got some fuel tanks on the sides. And for a good look. And in we go. So yeah, the fact that it only is a crew of 2, I think. I'm not expecting much interior. So immediately in here we have a science lab. Okay, not sure why you would have a science lab on a combat vessel. But fair enough, you know. That's the bridge there. We're gonna go back here. I would definitely replace this for a control station. And then behind here we have a, I believe this is an all-in-one berth. Pretty decent. Got some extra storage for your crew, and then we jump up here. We got a normal, just a 1x1 with a docking port on top. We drop back down here, and we... This is where I came in? No, this is another 1x... Oh. Oh, and we have an infirmary. Okay. So, unless this is not actually a combat vessel, and it's like a heavily armed, like ambulance, which, looking at the color scheme, you might think that, but, yeah. I'd probably pull out this. If you want to use this as, like, a livable ship, I'd probably pull this out and put in a crew compartment for the extra crew, and then I'd probably put out, remove the infirmary and put a workshop, just so you have some area to upgrade your stuff. So let's head into the bridge. So you got a really nice Nova Galactic bridge. I love this bridge. Said it many times. You've got the pilot seat there, co-pilot to your left, navigator to your right. So without further ado, let's hop in this bad boy and take it in space. So I'm assuming power is going to be slightly problematic on this vessel, because turreted weapons are pretty beefy, as are missiles. But yeah, we shall see. So it's got 3 sets of engines, which is pretty cool. It's got those 2 side boosters on little extensions, and then it's got that main dun thruster. It looks like, honestly, it looks like somebody like was living on like a planet with like wrecked ships, and they put this together to try and get out. Alright, so looking at the, I have a perk, like I've said many times, I get 5 extra power, so we're not going to take into account that 5 power. So I'm going to like try and balance these as best I can. So obviously weapon-wise, we've got 2 particle weapons. These are pretty decent. I like these particle weapons because they just recharge instantly, so you don't really have to worry about it. And then the ballistic weapons are turreted, obviously, and then it's got 2 missile pods. So, quick speed test. It's going to probably be 140. Is it going to hit 140? No, it's not. It's pretty average. I'd say it's above average. Usually 140 is reserved to C classes, so the fact that it's, yeah, only a B. Got a boost speed of, just going to cap out around 520, which again, it's not too bad. Let's do a quick agility test. Pitch is fast, but not extremely fast. I'd say it's like, I give it on a scale, I give it like an 8. The yaw seems faster. Yaw is very fast. And then we got a roll. Roll's average. So yeah, that's the ship. We're gonna really quickly do a teardown now. Alright, so here we are back at the vendor. So I'm gonna do a quick teardown. Like I said, if you're looking for this ship, I found it in New Atlantis. If you come here and it's not here, fast travel to Mercury, wait a day on Mercury, then come back. That should reset the inventory. It's quite a rare ship. I've only seen it twice, but it does exist, as I'm showing you here now. So looking at the exterior pieces, we have a Nova Galactic Magellan C1X cockpit. We have a Nova Galactic Science Lab 2x1. Well, that was the reactor. I thought that was the fuel tank. Okay. And then we have a Nova Galactic 2x1 all-in-one berth. And then we have underneath, on the bottom, we have a Nova Galactic 2x1 infirmary. And finally, we have an NG6 landing bay for Nova Galactic. So once again, NG6 landing bay, 2x1 infirmary, 2x1B all-in-one berth, 2x1 science lab, and a Magellan C1X cockpit, all from Nova Galactic. So we have 3 of these turreted Jishaku FERF rapid railgun turrets from Shinigami. They're a power of 3, range of 1250, and fire rate of 5. It's kind of interesting that railguns have like a range, because technically they wouldn't have a range. They would just keep going and going until they hit something. So yeah, we've got 3 of them here. We've got the reactor here, an ion beam H1030 reactor. Gives you 31 power, B class. Not a bad reactor. There's certainly better reactors out there, but it's a decent one all the same. We've got this Relodyne RD3000 beta grav drive, gives you a grav jump range of 36, so more than adequate jump range. Oh, sorry, we also have a Docker. A Nova 1x1 companion when a Docker. My bad, I'm just gonna... Just to go back again, because I know the main modules matter. So yeah, so we got the cockpit, the landing bay, we've got the 2x1 infirmary, 2x1 berth, and the science lab, and then we have the companionway 1x1 and the Tayo extended Docker. And we've got the shield generator here. It's a Tower N420 shield generator from Nautilus, provides 975 shield, B class, which isn't bad. And then we have two of these Exterminator 95 ME5 Helion beams from Lightsight. They're B class with a range of 3250, so 3200. And then they do hull and weapon damage of 39. Pretty decent, but they require a lot of power draw. Yeah, I'd probably like swap them for another kind of weapon that does like 3 power draw, and then you'll be able to afford them. And then we've got two of these CE-39 missile launchers. B class, 400 range, fire at a 1 and 109.19 damage, 3 power. Pretty decent. So you've got 4 of these M30 Ulysses HE tanks. They provide 100 each. And then underneath we have some of these Nova Galactic NG-20 landing gear. We have, I believe we have multiple. Okay, so we've got 2. And then we've got another one at the back. This is a wide one. And then for cargo capacity, we have 2 of these Stormax 30 cargo hold from Dogstar. There's your cargo. And then on to the engines. So we have 2 of these White Dwarf 1010 engines from Relodyne, A class, 3 power. They give almost 8,000 thrust and 2535 maneuvering. And then we have behind this cowling, we have a Dun 61 engine from Amandon. Class B, max power 3, and then almost 2430 exactly engine thrust and almost 5k maneuvering thrust. So yeah, mobility is not bad. You could probably swap these out for more powerful ones. Let me just double check, because normally they're quite common. Engines. I skipped them because I'm blind. Do we have any of them? Yeah, so we have some off the bat. Yeah, so already we have an upgrade here. So these ones are 3,000. These ones are a little bit more expensive. But they give you slightly more bang for your buck. So you could remove these and basically add 2 of these. And you get a little bit more power. Yeah, that was the review. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and let me know if you like the look of the ship. Do you think you'd use it? Would you end up upgrading it, or would you just pass on it? And then check out some of my other reviews. I'm planning to eventually review every single ship. I'm getting there. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys.